Hey y'all, how's everybody doing? Happy Saturday. Happy Small Business Saturday. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right, y'all. Sorry about that. I was supposed to be on here like 30 minutes ago, and long story long, I just got distracted working. People were in my inbox asking me questions about what products they should be purchasing and what their next steps are. And I was answering the questions. And so, long story long, I'm just not getting on here. So, my apologies to anybody if you were waiting on me because I was absolutely supposed to be on here at 12:30 and now it's 1. Okay. So that's first off. Okay, let me say I'm sorry. Next thing I need y'all to do is tap, 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 tap the screen, share the live, tap the screen, share the live, tap the screen, share the live. Let me turn off these invitations because it's live fest time and everybody is trying to hustle. But that's not what we're here for, okay? If you are a business owner, if you're thinking of getting in business, then you are in the right place. We're going to talk about what your next steps are. So, y'all can ask me about your setup. You can ask me about your sales. You can ask me about the income. You can ask me about what's the next product, you need to do. What is it that you need to have developed? That's literally the whole purpose. So, I just need everybody tapping the screen like a fiend and sharing the live stream. So while y'all are getting in here, let me tell y'all about about not upcoming about Black Friday deals. So I've seen a lot of people online talking about Black Friday is a scam. There aren't really any deals, talking about how all these companies marked everything up. But there are still some deals out there. My company, for sure, we have crazy Black Friday deals right now. Like our 6-figure Biz Builder bundle is normally $327. It's marked all the way down to $27 today. My Instacoin Academy normally costs $24,000 to get in. It's like all the way down to $29.97 when you put your discount codes on it. This manifestation kit that has like tons of books and journals and planners and budgets and all that kind of stuff in it. And it comes with about $3,000 in digital courses and trainings as well. Is normally $19.97. Once you use your discount codes, it falls all the way down to $3.99, which I know that's crazy because if any of you guys have bought a profit planner and a 365 marketing guide, that's like the price of those two planners together, but you get everything inside of this kit. So and then we created a new product called Ready Start Sale. And so basically, if you can't get into Instacoin, I feel like Ready Start Sale will get you going. It'll get you on the path, right? So I'm going to start off with going with everything that's okay. Y'all see the box? The box is big. So I'm going to put a lot of what goes in the box. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you guys because it's a lot of stuff. Okay. And it's heavy. When you get it, I think it weighs like 7 or 8 pounds. So let's go with everything that's in the box. The manifestation kit is for faith-based entrepreneurs. Okay. So, hey, Rose Goddess. So, first thing, it's a cute little refrigerator magnet and it has an affirmation on it. It says, I believe in my unlimited prosperity and abilities. God's wealth is circulating in my life. It flows to me in avalanches of abundance. I'm a good steward of everything I'm given and grow. I care for my relationships. Positive results and business success come easily to me. So it's just like a little reminder. It's a magnet. You can stick it on a wall, stick it on a fridge, stick it on, anything that is magnetic. Okay. So that's the first thing. Next thing, 13 low to no cost strategies to build your business, okay? And to build a strong business. So a lot of you guys, a lot of people are not, but me, when I started, I did not have a loan. I didn't have a line of credit. Don't come from a rich family with a lot of money. And so I had to hustle. And so literally this book is about teaching you, if you don't have a lot of money, how you really can put forth your energy, your creativity, using your phone and stuff like that to be able to build and market your business. And for those of you that don't know, my first company is Events by Ashley Ann. That is how I made my first $1 million. It's a luxury event design and production company. And so all the social media stuff came later. So that's probably why I'm better than all of these other so-called coaches. Okay. Next is 35 marketing and sales tips and strategies. Most small business owners that I meet, y'all suck at marketing. Real life marketing is just trash. Okay. It is just flat out trash. I don't have another way to describe it. It just is what it is. And I know people don't like it when I say that, but I'm just telling the truth. Okay. So if you suck at marketing, or marketing is not your strong suit, you can't afford a marketing team. That is what this book's go through. And this is a short read. Okay. And I made it short intentionally because a lot of people are very busy that have businesses or that have side hustles. Or if you're trying to become a content creator and you don't need a book that's 500 pages, you're not going to go through it. You're not going to finish it. Okay. That's like really short. Like you can finish it in one day and pick 3 or 4 of the strategies and start executing on them. Now, this right here, this is not a short read, but I am probably, out of anything that I've ever written, like, I'm not exaggerating, I'm the most proud of this. I really need to start promoting this so I can become a New York's best time seller based off of this book right here. This is business stuff no one tells you. Okay. And so with business stuff no one tells you, one of the things I love about it too is, again, this is for faith-based entrepreneurs. So there are Bible verses and prayers inside of here. Okay. I'm going through everything that's in the manifestation kit right now. And if you click the link in my bio and tap the first button, you'll see our big 3 stuff for Black Friday. And if you use code 60 off, because we already have how people mark stuff up and then give you a code. We had already marked stuff down for Black Friday, and then we dropped these codes yesterday. So pretty much everything is we actually are having a real Black Friday sale. So stuff is in between 60 all the way up to 95% off. And the manifestation kit comes with all of these books, comes with the planners, comes with the journals, comes with the mugs, comes with the water bottle. It has the Bible verses. It comes with personal budgets. It comes with professional budgets as well, because a lot of people need budgets and expense plans. And so anyway, it has all of this stuff in it that is necessary, and it has a bunch of digital trainings with it as well. So this kit is normally $2,000, and when you use the coupon codes, it drops all the way down to only like $350, $400 with all of this stuff in it. So I'm just going through what's inside of the manifestation kit. So the next thing, and there's Bible verses in here for encouragement. Like there was a young lady in here yesterday talking about how she was discouraged, but this is I'm really, really proud of this one. This has budgets in it, because a lot of people don't know how to set their marketing campaigns. They don't know how to set the budgets for their businesses. This has, y'all know I'm big on talking about reinvestment schedules for your businesses. The reinvestment schedules are inside of here. The reinvestment schedules, when I talk about, this is one of the most important thing to be able to build a business and keep the business successful. Yeah. But people don't tell you about that. This has common business expenses in it. A lot of people start up and they don't understand that there are a lot of expenses that come with building your business online or offline. Okay. This has places in it where you can network. Okay. This teaches you how to avoid scams. There are a lot of companies that are set up and they go after brand new business owners to try and scam you. This talks about how to get in the right networks and your connections so you can get different jobs and opportunities. Okay. Just like I said, a lot of stuff talks about, getting your business credit cards, linking them to your accounts, how to effectively use them. Like I said, a lot of stuff people don't talk to you about. It talks about strategy in here, talks about tax planning. So this is actually like how you start a business, how you stay in business, and more importantly, what you need to be doing with the money in your business. So that's business stuff no one tells you. And it's not as short of a read as the other one, but I mean, when you start talking about money and how you're moving it, okay. This is the $1 Million Mind Maps notebook that comes in here. The $1 Million Free Flow that comes in there. The $1 Million Thoughts that comes in there. Stickers for the planners because people need stickers. This is personal like affirmations that are inside of here, and budgets and saving plans and investment plans. So those come as well. You also get their 365 marketing guide. This is an annual planner. This planner works for a whole year. This is how you're going to plot out your sales, your campaigns. This is how you're going to figure out like your budgets, who you're marketing to, the audience, what you're doing to build up your pre-sales, all of that. This is literally like pretty much how my brain works. And this is how I'm able to sit down with a client and say, oh, I think we can make $5 million this year, or I think you can make $200,000 this quarter. This is how we do it, is with that. And it gives you a map. You also get, it gets gooder. There's still more. You also get Profit Chronicles. This is for people that are just getting started. This helps you with your avatar, your target audience, and to do your initial emails. So that's inside of there as well too. And the Success Planner. And the only way you can get a Success Planner right now is through the Manifestation Kit. This is your day planner. I'm not going to open it up because this is my actual Success Planner and y'all don't need to know my business like that. But wait, hold on. I can show y'all some of the pages though. Hold on. Because some of the stuff I haven't written in because I already know because I actually use my planner. So like the first page has all of the time management tips on it. And then a lot of people suck with time creation. So this has time creation on the other side. Hold on. Let me flip to a month that's not used yet towards the end. And they're really pretty, so they're good to keep around. Every time you get to a new month too, it always has an affirmation on it, and then it has your overall monthly goals section inside of it. Then this is for your weekly goals. And so you'll see your sections for, your personal goals, your professional goals, where you're going to write down what your self-care activity is going to be for that week and the date and the time on it. And then this is your relationship maintenance. So this is like date night, friends night, and your family night, because a lot of people get overwhelmed with trying to balance everything. So we just put it in the planner. These are your initial goals for the week. And then here's your morning routine where you're able to jot it down. And if you need help developing a morning routine, because most people that are highly successful, we have routines, believe it or not, we're very structured. It's not as exciting and sexy as people think it is. We're pretty structured people. That's how we've been able to be successful. Then this breaks down into your day goals over here. So here's where you write your 3 personal goals, your 3 professional goals for the day. This is where you're able to write out any of your daily tasks. This section is over here is for 10-minute tasks. So this is where you would put maybe quick phone calls, or maybe putting a load of laundry into the washing machine, or if you need to order something or add to cart. This is for quick stuff, like literally things that are 10 minutes or less, so they don't pile up on you. And when you get a few minutes, you can get those done. And then down at the bottom, this is where you put your important meetings or things that you have to hit at the end of the day. And then it has a little section for notes on the side. So that's how this planner works for every day as far as getting organized. And so I tell people, a lot of y'all are trying to do too much. Y'all be trying to accomplish 80 things in one day. Don't. You pick 3 personal, you pick 3 professional. And that's what you focus on. And by the end of the month, you will see that you've gotten way more done doing it that way than just going solo. So all of this comes inside the manifestation kit. You also get a crystal infused water bottle. Okay. And you get the manifestation mug And you also get frankincense and myrrh because they have amazing health benefits. They're good for calming and also for cleaning your house. And y'all know they used them back in the biblical days. So anyway, you also get a manifestation mug as well. So there's a lot inside of the manifestation kit. Okay. So I always tell everybody that's for the faith-based entrepreneur. And if you need help with like what to do with your budgets and what to do with your money, and you need help with marketing plans and like just daily structure, you get the manifestation kit because it's literally like the daily routine. It's pretty much everything that I use on a regular basis. Okay. Then the next thing we have is ready, set, start, sale. Now, where do you get the kit? If you click the link in my bio, Bella, tap the first button, you will see a link so you can get the kit, and you're going to use the code 60 off, the number 60 OFF, and it will discount it even further. Like it will break the price all the way down if you use 60 off. Okay. For Black Friday. Well, Small Business Saturday, whatever day we're on. This whole weekend just runs together for me. But yeah, that's how you get the kit. Click the link in my bio. You'll see it there. There'll be a little video. It'll review everything that goes through it and all of that good stuff. And use the code 60 off at checkout so you can get the discounts. Okay. Now, y'all know my preference and my recommendation is for y'all to be inside of Instacorn Academy. And by the way, y'all can pull up and ask me whatever questions about, your business and all that good stuff. Now I'm gonna tell y'all why my preference is for you to be in Instacorn Academy. And I don't know, like, can I be honest with y'all? I just don't feel like keeping it PC today. I haven't felt like keeping it PC for a while. And I feel like keeping it PC is what's getting a lot of people effed up. I feel like keeping it PC is what's getting a lot of people in trouble. I feel like keeping it PC is what's giving people unrealistic expectations. And y'all know your big cuz Ashley Ann, I love you. I actually want you to succeed. I actually want you to do well. And so sometimes, we just got to be met with the truth, even when we don't want to hear the truth. Okay. And that's me included. And one of the reasons I honestly believe that I'm successful and that mentally I'm probably stronger than other people. And the reason I've been able to, rebound or not let hardships or disappointments in life keep me down or stop me is because I grew up in a household, and not just my house, my whole entire family. Everybody was honest, not brutally honest, right? Because you don't have to have brutality with honesty, but they were honest with me. Okay. And so sometimes it doesn't feel good in the moment for someone to tell you that I believe you can do better, or you need to do that a different way, or you're not trying long enough, or you haven't tried hard enough. That doesn't feel good sometimes, but at the end of the day, like that's what gets you to a point of being successful, right? And it's even like when I've dated men in the past and stuff like that, some of them very quickly would say like, oh, I can't keep up with you. Or they felt like my life, they're like, oh, I can't meet these standards. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This is like regular. You know what I'm saying? Regular life to me is overwhelming for some people, right? Having like order, having discipline, having things that go in a certain place, having, like my little schedules and stuff like that. The way I make up my bed, the way that I keep my home, right? I remember dating this guy, y'all. It's going to sound irrelevant, but it's relevant. Okay. Hey, Tina. So, you said you just tried to use the code and it didn't work. Let me go over here and see. Hold on. Because y'all be saying this stuff don't work and stuff do work. But before I get out here and say, yes, it do work, because I tested it before I got on here. I mean, it could have expired. They could have turned it off because it is after Friday. But let me go see real quick. Let me go see real quick. Let me see. But I checked everything and I went in and turned all the codes on. I extended all of them. So let me see. Let me see. Okay, so I clicked the link in the bio. It works. I went to the big first button, the 70% off Black Friday. It works. Let's see. It go to the manifestation kit. I click the button. It works. I hit add to cart. That works. I hit checkout now. That works. Let me type in 60 off. 60 OFF. It works. What are you talking? It works. I literally just did it. I literally just pushed everything. I went click, click, clack, and I typed in 60 off. It works. It works. So one of the things too, I'm gonna tell y'all, not just for me, but just in general in your business, and we get this all the time. Like, you need to double check and triple check yourself before you say that something does not work. Thank you, Aaron. Aaron just said everything works. Thank you for going through and test it. And I am telling y'all this because this is something that I live by as well. A lot of y'all, I know somebody's gonna get ticked off with me saying this, but I don't care. It's just the truth. Can we speak candidly today or no? Can we? And I, because whenever I speak candidly, I tend to get people trying to get my page taken down, or I get people coming into my inbox telling me this, that, and the third. The majority of y'all are failing because of the way that you think about stuff. Blink, blink, blink. And y'all have not realized yet that you have to change yourself, and you're going to have to change your behaviors in order to get to where you want to get to. Okay. And so one of the bare minimum things that you can do that's going to accelerate you in life is, before you say that something doesn't work or something is someone else's fault, you honestly need to sit with yourself and you need to assess yourself first. Okay. Because even before I was like, well, y'all see how quick I was like, let me see. I was like, I checked all of this before I got on. I went and made sure that the codes were extended so everybody could take advantage of the deals. Right. But I still am humble enough to be like, let me go and check my stuff, because something could have shifted, right? Something could have shifted like in the last 10 or 15 minutes. And a lot of y'all, and the reason I'm saying that this is a problem for you, because there are lots of things in your life, and I'm not talking about just this sale. Y'all are missing out on amazing relationships. Y'all miss out on jobs. Y'all miss out on contracts. Y'all miss out on opportunities because you would tell yourself that something doesn't work. You're like, oh, I tried it that one time. And you only tried it one way, and you're like, oh, it didn't work. And so you just give up or you just abandon it. And people that are very successful, we don't just try one thing one way. We don't, right? So something even as simple as a coupon code, right? Well, did I put a space in it and it wasn't supposed to be? Is it supposed to be caps locks, maybe lowercase or uppercase? Do I need to refresh my browser? Do I need to check my cache? Do I need to clear my cache, right? Did I type everything correctly? Is it my internet connection? Is my laptop accidentally in airplane mode? Like, literally something, and y'all, I know y'all feel like this is so simple, but it's not, because this is how you attack everything in life, right? And even whenever we get into larger stuff, I'm going to look and I'm going to try everything. Is there a module? Is there a tutorial? Is there something I can look at? Can I like slide in and ask a question? Right? Did I transpose the letters or the numbers or whatever? Did I think I typed something and I accidentally left off, write a symbol or left a letter out there, or I double typed something? Literally, I'm going to go through all of my stuff first. And then I'm not going to say it doesn't work. Then I typically will reach out for help if it's something that I want, right? I'll slide in a DM. I'll email a customer support. Okay. So wonderful work. You meant no harm. I'm not saying you meant any harm. I'm just using this as an example, because we're talking about what's next, and we're talking about being right. We're just talking about being successful. And you're not the only person. You're actually more the majority of people. I'm the person that's in the minority, but I'm telling y'all the difference between people that are doing really, really well and people that are not. We will go and we will look at ourselves first, and we try and see, like, what is it that I could have done different? What could I have shifted? Have I tried everything? And this is the thing, I'm telling y'all this right now. If you are a person, you're trying to be a business owner, or you want to be a full-time content creator, whatever it is that you're trying to do, you're going to have to develop a certain level of tenacity that is far beyond that of the average human being. You're going to have to become a person who gets comfortable with trying over and over and over again. You're going to have to be a person that's willing to look at different angle. You're going to have to be a person to be like, okay, this isn't working this way. Well, let me try this technique. Oh, that didn't do what I wanted to do. So let me try this thing over here. Oh, that right. And it comes with everything. Y'all will be like, oh, people open my emails, but I sent an email, nobody opened it. Okay, well, try and send an email again and change the subject line. Try and send the email again and change the groups that it went to. Try and send the email again and change the time that it goes out. You said, y'all understand what I'm saying? You pick it up what I'm putting down. Oh, I sent an email and people opened it, but no one bought anything. Okay, well, what's in the body of your email? Is the email too long? Try and make it shorter. Does it have pictures? Does it have videos? Does it have testimonials? Does it have instructions in it? Do you have a call to action? Do people understand that they need to purchase it right now? But y'all will be like, oh, I sent an email. Y'all like, I tried it. It didn't work. Well, newsflash, it's a lot of stuff that didn't work the first time that you try it, the first time that you do it, right? And so y'all are so quick to get discouraged and so quick to throw in the towel. And I'm telling you this right now, if that's the personality type that you have and you're not willing to redevelop that or shift that, do not go into business because you're going to fail. Don't try and be a full-time content creator. You're going to fail. What are you going to do when people try and cancel you? What are you going to do when you say something or do something that a large amount of people don't agree with and they want to get on the bandwagon and attack you or try and tear you down? Because I've been through my fair share of that several times, okay, in the over decade that I've been online in front of people. And guess what? Ain't nothing what somebody else was saying stop nothing. I'm still over here yapping away. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, DG. Right, y'all picking up what I'm putting down though? Like, and so I'm telling you this right now, a lot of you have no mental tenacity and a lot of y'all are so wrapped in your ego, you have a hard time thinking like I could be the problem. And you need to always, okay, I'm not saying blame yourself. I'm not saying move into self-deprecation before somebody tries to take what I'm saying and twist it. What I am saying is you always need to look internally first and see like, what is it that I can do? What is it that I can change? What is it that I can shift? What is it that I may have not, connected correctly or properly? Is there a mistake that I may have made? Did I forget to dot an I or cross a T? And a lot of people, when it boils down to it, is really ego because it's so much easier, even with something as tiny as a button click, is way easier to blame someone else than to look and see and say, I could have made a mistake. So for example, y'all know we have a 3-day training that started last night. Okay. And there were like some people that DM'd us and they were like, some people were nice about it. And some people, well, they email customer support and DM. Some people were nice. Some people were jerks about it. Right. And they were like, oh, I paid for this. I didn't get a link. I need a refund immediately. You should be ashamed of yourself, scamming people, all this other kind of stuff. Long story long, every single one of them people that messaged us, either the invitation went to their junk or their spam. When we asked them, did they search their inbox? And they were like, yes, but literally they did not search the inbox. I guess they call searching like scrolling and not actually putting our customer support in the search bar, right? Because, oh, I didn't know you could do that, right? Because sometimes you're missing things or not getting what you want based on your ignorance of how to work something or utilize something or knowing the features. That was number one. But the majority of them that hit us with the little funky attitude, they did not provide their email address. So literally there was no way for us to contact them and send them the links until they contacted us because they didn't give an email address. Now, how many of those people do you think said, oh, my bad? Not a one. You see what I'm saying? But the proper way, I would have reached out to the customer support and said, hey, I signed up for this program. Here's my receipt. For whatever reason, I can't find, the link or, I can't find, I'm not sure if I didn't get it or if I'm just overlooking it. Can you help me get the link to this particular program? Or can you help me get my ticket for this particular event? You see what I'm saying? Because I'm coming in, it could be human error on my side. Me too, Aaron. When I don't get something, I immediately go check the spam. I immediately search. I immediately start looking, right? And sometimes it may be something where the other person has, they dropped the ball somewhere, but 90% of the time it's going to be you. And a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that it's me. Okay. And I know these are very small examples, but when people talk about a mindset shift, this is how your mindset starts to change. And so, realistically, a lot of y'all do need to be in mentorship because you need some personal and professional development, and you need assistance in how to change your perception on how to look at things in order for you to be successful. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just keeping it a buck, and people don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. It's the 100% truth, right? There are so many of y'all that are literally like, you're nickeling and diming yourself into the poorhouse because for whatever reason in your mind you feel like you can Google and YouTube and free 99 yourself into a six-figure business or into, $1 million business. Pay attention to all of us that are earning high amounts of money. Every single one of us will tell you we absolutely had a mentor. We absolutely had a coach. We absolutely are still in masterminds or groups where we're able to exchange information and learn stuff from other people. We're in little group chats and stuff where we're exchanging information, telling everybody what's going up. None of us have a big enough ego to think that we know everything. None of us do. And see, I've been cursed out for taking their money for a consult, and when I looked, they had the wrong date. Exactly. Like, people will get so, but it goes back into an ego. And I'm telling you this: people that are successful, we're always students, and we know we can learn anything from anybody. And so, the quicker you can switch into that mindset of I need to be a student first, okay, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're never above learning. As soon as you can switch your mindset into I need to be a student first because there are some things that I don't know and I'm open to learning those things, you're going to start to see that you're going to start to have success. Okay. So literally, like, I'm just keeping it a buck. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a rack. And a lot of y'all, you're in your way because your ego. And I think a lot of people, when they think about a big ego, they think about somebody, walking around with a bunch of bravado and their chest all puffed out. And so that's what they're thinking about. But no, like, it shows up in very small things, right? It shows like, are you a person and you refuse to make a list? Because you keep telling yourself you're going to remember everything, and then you keep dropping the ball and things keep right, you keep forgetting little things, or you're doing stuff but you're not doing it in excellence, you know what I'm saying, because you're forgetting like little minute little things. That's an example of you being in your ego, because your ego will not allow you to think that I'm a human, I'm not perfect, and I'm not going to remember everything. Why do y'all think I have $1 million notebook, $1 million thoughts notebook? Because your thoughts are money. When I say that, I mean that. I'm not your thoughts are money. I make millions of dollars based on thoughts. Okay. God will give me a download, or I'll notice something, I'll see something, whatever. And guess what? I could be in the middle of class. I could be headed out the door. I could have a client meeting. I don't want to lose my thoughts. So any of you guys know that have been with me, I will tell you, you keep a notebook on you at all times. But I'm not silly enough to think that I'm going to remember every thought that comes into my brain, every conversation that I hear, every comment that I read, every inbox message. There's no way. There's no way. Thank you for the badge, Faith Tech Solutions. That's true. I wake out of my sleep, recording my thoughts. Yes. And so a lot of it, whenever it comes to being successful, like financially or with your business, you are going to have to humble yourself and understand there are some things that I need to work on. Like, there are some things I need to change. I'm starting an online course. Congratulations. How transparent should I be when sharing my journey to relate to the audience? Should I share or do an elevator pitch and nothing more? No, if you're only sharing an elevator pitch, people are not going to book with you. They're not going to trust you, and you haven't showed yourself to be a resource at all. Like people want to be able to connect, and people want to know that this person is qualified to, teach me or to take me where they're saying that, or where they're claiming they can take me. Right. So oh, thank you so much, Alti. Thank you so much. Right, but that's the reality of the situation. And I'm gonna say this: a lot of y'all, because you've been like, oh, I'm gonna Google, I'm gonna YouTube, I'm gonna come to Ashley Ann's free course, I'm gonna go to such and such free stream, I'm gonna go to this, I'm gonna go to that. How's that working for you? It's not. You've been trying to have a $10,000 month all year. Some of y'all been trying to have $100,000 week, right? $100,000 month. Y'all been trying to do it all year. Some of y'all been trying to do it for 2 or 3 years, and it hasn't happened. And a newsflash is not going to happen, because there are things that are in between. There are things in your system. There are things in your order that you're not doing properly, right? But if you would humble yourself and you would get into a program, or you would get a coach or a mentor, and it doesn't have to be me. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It does not have to be me, but you need to find someone that is where you would like to be, and you need to work with them, because guess what? We already know the system. We already know what turns to take. We know when to sit still. We know when to move forward. We know what app to use. We know how to put things together. We know how to re-engage a dead list. We know how to build up new people that are going to buy from you. We know what your sales prices should be. We know what your structure should be. We know how you need to present yourself in a media kit so you can get a brand deal. We know how to get you booked on shows and podcasts. We know what events you're supposed to be going to. We know all of this. And so when you look at a lot of people that are really successful, they have mentors, they have advisors, they have people that assist them and help them. Okay. And so my recommendation, of course, if you are trying to build a business and you're making under $25,000 a month in profit, you absolutely 100% need to be inside of Instacorn Academy, right? We have a community in there. We have weekly live sessions. I actually teach the insight sessions. We have over 140 pre-recorded modules. I'm sorry, I got eyelash in my eye. We have over 140 pre-recorded modules. We have counselors that come in. We have a funder that's in there. We have a brand. We have a coach that helps you with brand deals. We have a tech support. We have content creation. We have stuff in there for beginners. We have all of that. And more importantly, you have accountability, and you have a structure of things that you're supposed to be doing every single week to get your business to where it needs to be. And you have eyes that will look at your stuff and say, hey, I need you to make this correction, or hey, you're taking a wrong turn, right? That's the thing. There are some of y'all, every low ticket product I put out, you buy. Every low ticket or free webinar that I have, you're in there. And I go look at your pages, and the way that you're applying the information is abysmal. I go look at your pages and your accounts, and it's clear that you need some guidance and some direction. But for whatever reason, you keep telling yourself that you don't, when it's clear that you do. I have a client, and I always use her as an example, because she kept saying she was going to build her funnel. She was going to build her funnel. She was going to build her page. It's 8 months later. She hadn't built anything. I said, you need to hire somebody else to do this, because you're lying to yourself. You're going to keep making excuses. She went and she was like, I can hire y'all, or I can hire somebody else. I don't care. Okay. It just needs to get done. Right. She ends up hiring us. We get it done for her in about a week and a half. Literally that month, the rest of that month, she made $7,000. The next month, she made over $20,000. Now, can you imagine? That's $27,000 in a 6-week period, right? But for 7 or 8 months, she kept lying to herself, saying she was going to get something done that she didn't. Think about how much money she missed over those 7 months with not putting it together. And that's what some of you guys are doing. You know what I'm saying? You're liars. Okay. You're liars. You're lying to yourself. You wake up every day, baby, lying to yourself. You say, I notice people that are comfortable with lying to themselves or comfortable suffering at times. They are. They are. That is very true. That's a very true observation that you just stated. That is very, very true. Some of it is procrastination, and but most of it is ego. I'm telling you, because I talk to people. Like, have you ever seen somebody and they can't get a password to work? And they're like, I am entering the right password. Clearly, you're not, because you're not logged into the system. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then there's a system glitch, but most of the time it isn't a system glitch. Most of the time it's you. It's like a user error. I've seen people snap at people, cussing people out, getting all irate with people about stuff. I have a woman. This is a couple weeks ago in my DM asking me for thousands of dollars to like pay her rent so she doesn't get evicted. I was like, no, you need to go home. You need to go back to your parents, okay, or go to your auntie's house or cousin's house. You need to go home because clearly you can't afford the lifestyle that you have right now. Oh, well, I don't want to go there. That's the problem. You don't want to. People like me that have gotten to a certain point and we're able to sustain success, we do things we don't want to do all the time. All the time. Okay. Yesterday morning, I didn't want to get up at 5 in the morning to make sure that the ads were working right and all of the links were working right and testing and retesting all of our stuff before Black Friday. I wanted to stay in the bed, okay, laid up, getting my booty rubbed on. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to get up and be responsible, but I got up and I was responsible. You understand what I'm saying? I No, it's not that they don't think they can't do it because of low self-esteem. I'm telling you, it's a lot of people. Okay, so people not only lie to themselves, people like it when people lie to them. Okay, this is the truth, because you'll keep coming to me for a little like self-esteem boost and a little external validation if I tell you things that you want to hear. Right? If I would have told that girl, oh, it's going to be okay. You just keep fighting. You stay there and you wait on the Lord and he's going to deliver you out of this and that, guarantee she would still be with me. She didn't like it that I said you need to go home and you're living outside of your means and you need to reset. People don't like it when they come to me and I say you need to go back and you need to get a job while you're building your business. They don't like it when I tell them that. People don't like it when I tell them that. But y'all got to remember, you're talking to somebody. I worked a full-time job. I still stayed in my career while I built up my business, right? All these people, why? Because it feels good. It sounds good to your ego for someone to tell you, jump, leave that job that you don't like to go into. Just leave it. Just jump and go out there and God is going to take care of you. Did God tell you that? Because there's a very, very small percentage of people that God actually said, just run away and leave your job. No, you come to me, and if I'm working with you, and I find out you have a job, I'm going to show you how to build your business while you have your job and how to start stacking and investing your money. So we have a proper exit plan before you leave. So when you leave, you don't have to go back. And when you leave, you're not in financial duress. I worked my job for years before I left full time to be, I'm a full-time entrepreneur and only my businesses take care of me. But people don't want to hear that because that doesn't sound sexy. It doesn't sound exciting. I'm telling y'all, if I lied to people, I would make 5 times the money I make right now, but I refuse to lie to people because I know it's detrimental in the long run. And so people that are with me in my community, they love me and they respect me for that because they know I haven't led them astray. And they look at their friends that listen to some of this other advice and their friends are suffering and now they're doing great because they were willing to make the sacrifices temporarily so that they could get the long-term results. It's a lot of y'all know y'all should have been working with me inside of a program or a course, but for whatever reason you've dragged your feet about it, and then you see other people that you like, dang, they went and worked with Ashley and they pop it, and I'm still out here struggling. You said my word for this year has been pride and ego. Yeah, and let me be clear. You need a healthy amount, of pride in yourself and a healthy amount of ego. I'm not saying be a lay down carpet or a rug, but just when you get into some things, we got to start shifting some of that. Let's see. I have a few fledgling businesses, plus a few ideas that I yet to try, find time to develop. In general, how much time should I allot to develop a biz idea from concept to stable in weeks? So I'm asking you this, and I'm not asking this to be facetious at all. Why are you trying to start a new concept or get a new concept developed if you haven't created sustainability in the current businesses that you have in operation right now? Where should I start in your program? At the beginning, girl. Click the link in the bio, tap the first button, sign up for Instacorn Academy. Use the code 60 off. We have Monday. Monday is the first night of our session. We have sessions like this upcoming Monday. Once people starve the ego, the soul is able to grow and expand to untapped potentials. Agree with you. Right. How do you lead without stability and consistency yet? Because people hype them up and it sounds good and that's what they want to hear. People want to hear, you know what I mean? Leave that job. People want to hear, throw that relationship away. People want to hear you're right in everything that you think and everything that you feel. That's what people want to hear, even though that's not the truth. And so people will surround themselves with yes men and yes women and echo chambers and little pockets online of people and things that don't challenge them because it feels good. Right? Do y'all know how many times I've gotten cussed out because we've been doing a training and somebody will come to me and say, "Oh, I'm a marketing specialist, but I'm having a hard time getting clients. What do you suggest for me?" Not to be a marketing specialist. And then they get mad and they say, "Oh, you're a bitch or you're mean or you're this or you're that." No, I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. Because guess what? A marketing specialist gets clients. We get clients for people. How would y'all feel if I was out here selling like $1 million lunch kit and y'all found out I have never made $1 million? Right now, I'm a millionaire several times over, but you understand what I'm saying? And people will do this. People will be like, "Oh, I got this program and I charge $3,000 to get people business credit." Oh, well, how much business credit have you procured for yourself? And then I start twitching, or like when I press them and then it's none, I'll be like, "Well, have you gotten business credit for anybody in your family or any of your friends?" No. Have you gotten business credit for, do you have any client you got business credit for? No. Oh, well, you need to go out and you need to do this for 5 to 10 people for free so you can build a portfolio. And in exchange for you helping them, now that you're going to be able to, right, they're going to be able to give you testimonials. You're going to be able to use them on your websites and on your social media. I don't want to work for free. It's marketing and advertising. It's the same thing. Why do you think somebody should pay you thousands of dollars for you to experiment with them off of something that you're Googling and YouTubing and that you're, in theory, you think you know what you're doing? If you know what you're doing, do it for yourself then. But people don't want to hear that. Thank you, Elisa. People don't want to hear that, and that's the truth. Though that is the whole truth. People will come to me all the time, you know what I mean, trying to charge people for stuff and they have no idea what they're doing. And I'm like, maybe you need to be doing something else. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can you mentor me, please? Sure. If you're serious, click the link in my bio, tap the first button. You're gonna sign up for Instacorn Academy. When you get to checkout, use code 60 off so it will knock thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars off of the price, and it makes it extremely affordable. And I can mentor you for the next year. Yeah, baby, them eyes start twitching. Some of y'all know y'all need to work with me one-to-one. And y'all been dragging your feet about it, or at the bare minimum, you should be in my KE cohort. So every week we can check in together on your business. Every week I can teach you skill sales. Every week I can help you zone. Every week I can help you put your challenges together. Some of y'all know that, been knowing that. Been knowing that. I have clients that will come to me like, "Yeah, I know I was supposed to be working with you 3 or 4 years ago," and they done went wasted $50,000-$60,000 with other people. Because the other people were more flashy, and also the other people fed their ego. They told them what they wanted to hear. People don't like it if they come to me and I look and you say, "Ashley, I want my business to make $500,000 this year." And when I look at your stuff and I say, "This is what you need to do, and I don't think you can do it this year, but I think we can do it in 18 months." People don't want to hear that. But somebody else will say, "Oh yeah, you can do it. You can do it. We just need to run some ads and post some stuff." But I know your systems are off. I know your structure is off. I had these people earlier this year just knew up and down they wanted to work with me, and they definitely needed to work with me. And basically, when it came down to it, they were like, "Oh, well, when we're looking at the budget, baby, I don't know how much you thought it was going to be because I'm very transparent about my numbers, and I know you don't want me to come in here and build all your funnels and their website wasn't even functional to where they needed to sell. They weren't collecting any type of list data. They have no inbound campaigns. They had no marketing. They had no right, but they're stagnant, and you want all of this stuff to be done. You know you need the consultant so that you can get to the next level in your business, but yet you're not doing it. But you're coming to me talking about how your sales are falling, right? Because there's a lot of COVID millionaires as well, right? And once COVID passed and everybody started going back outside and them algorithms changed, they went from pulling in $500,000-$600,000 a year to now like literally barely making $20,000 this year. Because you really didn't have a real business. You really didn't have a real business model. COVID was a very odd time that was, you know what I mean? Like a once in a lifetime type of period. The country was in duress. People were looking for anything to help keep their minds off of millions of people dying every day, people being sick, them not knowing when they would be able to connect with their friends and family, people getting this mysterious disease, right? And dying in their sleep or going into the hospitals and never coming home. So people were looking to do anything. If you were out here selling toenails in a jar, somebody would have purchased them. But when I said that, people were like, "Oh, Ashley, you're just so harsh. You're just so." No, I'm not. And now you got all of these people out here struggling. People don't like it when I say, if you're going to be a content creator, I still want you to have another stable source of income, and your content creation money, that should be money that you're using for investment, right? If you're going to buy a house, okay, I want you to stack up your money, and I want you to go and buy that house in cash with your content creation money, or put enough down so that it's affordable every month, that if your content creation income stop, you be able to keep going. People don't want to hear it. I'm gonna tell you something, Miss Ma'am over here. You know who I'm talking about on Facebook. I ain't gonna call your name out, but the same thing I asked you in the DM. Why did you buy Ready Start Sale instead of getting inside of Instacorn Academy? You come to my live streams all the time. You've been into my low ticket products and programs. We've already established your learning style and all of the things that you need in your business. And I'm not trying. Please don't be offended with what I'm saying. If you are, though, I understand because this can be hard to hear. You don't need to be in a do-it-yourself program. You need to be inside of Instacorn. And that's the truth. Realistically, you really should be working with me one-to-one, but I understand one-to-one is probably not in your budget to work with me. But because the business that you have, you could have been cleared $2 or $3 million a year. And you already know, when you told me that you bought the product, I was like, that's great. But I was like, why didn't you get into Instacoin? And Instacoin is 90% off because you're a VIP, because you already purchased other things. And I'm not trying to come down on you. This is not just for you. It's not just you. It's other people that do this. Like you said, wow, well, baby, wow, what? I'm just telling the truth. I asked y'all, I said, do y'all want me to tell the truth? Do y'all want me to be PC? A lot of y'all do stuff to work against yourself. A lot of y'all, again, this gets into the ego. A lot of y'all are like, oh, I just need this. And then y'all will come to me and I'll do a consultation and I'll be like, oh, you think you just need better social media posts? No, you need a whole system. No, you have no funnel. You have no clear messaging. You have no customer valuation optimization path. You have no return path. You have no built-in incentives for your customers. You don't even have a system set up to where you're doing abandoned cart emails. You don't have any established target customer group or audience group that you're out here trying to get yourself in front of, right? What are we talking about? And people will come in there like, oh, I just need, no, you don't. You need all of this other stuff. But again, people don't like to hear that. And I will tell them politely, I will tell them kindly, like these are where the fractures are in your system, and this is what you need to put together, or this is what you need to do. And then they don't do it. And then a year passes, 2 years passes, 3 years passes, they're in the same place. And they're like, I've been trying, but you've been trying the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like having a headache, and instead of you going to get like some Tylenol or Aleve or something for your headache, you're like, oh, let me take this cough syrup. What? 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 That don't make no sense. Well, like, what are you talking about? That don't make no sense. You got a headache and you taking cough syrup? You got a cough and you took an enema? Like, make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being honest. That's like somebody saying, like, oh, I want to lose weight while they're eating a gigantic bowl of ice cream. Like what are you doing? What are you doing? So again, if you're I'm just being honest, if you're the type of person, you're overwhelmed, if you don't know what to do, you don't know where to start, if you think you know what you're doing but it's been more than 6 months and you have not made progress, honestly, you really need to get into Instacorn Academy, because there's no other program that is full spectrum that takes somebody from a beginning all the way up into $25,000-$30,000 a month in profit. There's no other program that gets you access to business credit. There's no other program that gets you access to giving you a YouTube coach, a branding coach to help you get brand and partnerships deal. There's no other program that also teaches you ad, helps you get your media kit, helps you get established online, helps you put your messaging together, gives you sales training, and gives you posting cycles on what to post, shows you how to build out your funnel on your own, shows you how to make your digital products, shows you how to do your lead magnet, shows you how to package your physical products if you have those. There's no other program that works like that, and then gives you a community of other small business owners and social media people, social media and content creators that you can work with is in a focus group, joint ventures, shout out for shout out. Like, there is no other program. And I want you to find another program at the price point that I offer. Well, the actual person that makes all this money and helps all these other people make this money show up weekly, where you can talk to me directly and ask me specific questions about what you got going on. Go look for it, because it's not out there, right? But again, it's the same way I've told some of y'all, you need to start working on your credit, and y'all don't want to hear me. And I'm like, you need to start working on your credit, because there's going to be a window where there's an opportunity to be able to purchase, and that's not the time to scramble and try and get ready. You're going to miss it. You're going to miss it. You said, I'm definitely guilty, Ashley. I know I need to work with you. I know you are the truth. I was in Instacorn Academy during the vid. Yet it was a stressful time. I will enroll in the academy again. Thanks for the tough love. You're welcome, baby. And when you come in, let me tell you this. I'm glad that you said that. One, I'm very, very happy to have you back in. This is a good time to come in because of the gigantic discount that we're doing today, right? But let me tell you this, what you just said. And it's not just you. There was a young lady on TikTok the other day, and she was talking about in her business how she was discouraged because during the vid, it was this and that, and now things have changed in her life. This is not just for you. This is for everybody in here. Listen to me and listen to me well. It's going to happen in life. Hard things are going to happen in life. Heartbreaking things are going to happen in life. Difficult things are going to happen in life. Challenges are going to come with your health. They're going to come with your kids. They're going to come with your spouses if you have one of those, or the person that you're dating or in relationship with. People are going to die. Very important people in your life, okay? You're going to see the economy change. There are going to be times of war. I'm just keeping a buck. There are going to be things that are going to happen that are going to be difficult, and they're going to be challenging, okay? And you have to figure out how to compartmentalize, okay? Sometimes it may be okay to take a break for a day or two, but it's not okay to take a break for a month. It's not okay to take a break for 3-4 weeks. It's not. You should, please understand what I'm saying. I know y'all don't want to hear this. Sometimes you got to cry and send that email. I've been there before. Sometimes you got to pray to God. You got to scream and kick and shout and get it on out. And you still got to find 2 hours to make those posts. You still got to get yourself enough together to spend an hour on that call. You're gonna have to cry and be sad and be depressed and be like, you know what? Let me say some gratitude chants and let me prop myself up for this 90 minutes so I can read through the requirements of this grant. Okay, that is the reality of the situation. That's when you decide to enter into business. Let me tell you this, and I know the kingdom. I know y'all love me. I know y'all fool with me, but at the end of the day, you still want your products. God forbid, I hope this doesn't happen to me. I mean, I'm asking for it to happen. But if I went outside and I got hit by a bus right now, a lot of y'all would be like, oh my God, that's so sad. But what's up with my courses? Oh my God, that's so sad. Am I going to get a refund for the event that I paid for? Is she still going to be able to come? Oh my God, that's so sad. Who's gonna finish my funnels? Are my funnels still gonna get finished? I paid $15,000 for that funnel. Is it still gonna get finished? If one of your parents passed, nope, you still get to work. See, and this is what I'm saying. People don't like this. They say that I'm hard. Nope, you still get to work. You take some time to grieve. You may take a week off or something like that. But I want you to think about this. Is you not working and going broke gonna bring your mama or your daddy back? Because a lot of y'all saw how I dealt with everything, like right when the lean passed away. Everybody was like, oh, Ashley, you need to take a break. No, I don't. Do you think that your parents sacrificed and worked hard for you to be a failure? Do you know how heartbreaking it would be to your parents for them to know that because they passed away, that literally you gave up on life? One of the best things you can do for your parents is to actually continue to succeed. Do you think your parents put in all that sacrifice and all of that love and all of that hard work for you to get out here and fold up like a piece of paper? No, you take, and again, it's gonna hurt sometimes. You're gonna miss them sometimes, right? But you still gotta schedule a little bit of time. Okay, you took your 5 or 6 days off, and now let's get back to it. I'm doing this because I want my mama to be proud of me. I'm doing this because I want my daddy to be proud of me. I'm doing this because I know that this is what I know how hard they prayed and how many tears they had and their double jobs and their triple jobs and their sacrifices for me to be able to be the person that I am, to be able to put me through school, to be able to put me through sports, to be able to put me in a position where I can have a home, to be able to put me in a position where I can own my own business. So when you look at it like that, how dare you squander their dreams? How dare you squander their prayers? How dare you squander their sacrifice? How dare you squander their money? Because they want for you to live. They want for you to thrive. They want for you to be happy. They want for you to have joy. And so a lot of things, again, when we talk about mindset, and this is why I said I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody. I'm just telling the truth. If you want the mindset of a winner, you have to change the way you're looking at things. Most parents would not want their children sad and down forever. And let's be clear, for most of us, death is the only way off of this rock that we call the earth. For most of us, you're gonna have to go. We got to get up out of here one way or another, right? Whether it's through a natural cause, whether it's unexpected. But for most of us, there's a time you're going to have to go. And it's the reality of the situation. And for most parents, ask any parent that has lost a child, most parents' worst nightmare is for one of their children to transition off of the planet Earth before they do. Most parents prefer it to be, I leave before my children leave. But when you think about it like that, what does your mom or your dad really want for you? What does your grandma or your grandpa really want for you? Do they want you to be sad and depressed and moody? Do they want you to be struggling? Do they want you to be in debt? Do they want you to be lonely? Do they want you to be unhappy? Or do your parents want you to have a happy life? Do your parents want you to do better than what you did? Right? What they did, excuse me. Because my daddy has been telling me that since I've been a teenager. They made it very clear. We just want you and your sister to do better than us. You said, yes, my mom just passed unexpectedly last year. My mom told me to live my life and continue to make her proud. Condolences for your loss, and I'm very glad that your mom said that. Somebody just sent me a gift that said, hey, I hit the wall with cats. Thank you for my fireworks, boo. I just seen them out of the corner. But right, but this is something that people don't want to talk about, right? So when people talk about having a mindset shift, okay, you said, nope, my mom told me to keep going. I looked at her like, how can you say that? Baby, that's the truth. That's the truth. You got to think about how much your mama loves you. Why would she want you to stop? Why you see what I'm saying? Like why would she why any parent that loves their child, why would they want their child to stop? Why would they want their child to be down bad? Why would they want their child to not have the ability to function once they leave? That is not what any parent that loves their kids, that's not what they want for their children. And so you have when we talk about a mindset shift, a lot of people just think like, oh, affirmations, or they think, oh, just a few scriptures. Oh, thank you. I hit the wall with cats. That was dope. A lot of people though, that's what they think about, right? But your mindset is literally your perception, is how you look at things, right? And you can choose to be a person that looks at things from the positive side, or you can be a person that says, I'm gonna fall into victimhood. I'm going to fall into depression. I'm going to fall into I've folded. And I'm just telling you this, and I don't know everybody's parents, but I can tell you this: my mama, my daddy, my grandma, my papa, my uncles, my aunties, my great uncles and aunties, my great grandma, my great grandpa, people that was on an altar praying for me before I even made it to the planet Earth. There is no way they would want me to stop. And when I tell you I've been through my share of hardships, when I tell you I have been going through things and I still put a smile on my face, baby, I still brush my hair, brush my teeth, I still put on my clothes, I still get out and perform, because I understand that the feeling is going to pass. We cannot make lifelong decisions based off of temporary emotions. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people say, I feel like this today. I feel like this in this moment, right? And then you continue the cycle of being inside of that frequency, whatever it is, instead of when you have people like me and we're like, oh, I want to do this in honor of my mom. I would love to do this in honor of my dad. I want to do this in honor of my grandma or my papa, because I know it would make them happy. This is something that they wanted for me. This is something that they wanted to see. I know they'd be so proud of me. Y'all see me break down in tears sometimes when I talk about I wish that some of the things that I've accomplished now, that I could have accomplished them earlier, because I wanted them to see it. But I know that they are so happy with where I am in life and how I'm doing. I know that they are so proud of me, right? So it wasn't, but I know for a fact, because they have always made it very clear to me. I know for a fact that if I would have stopped, they would have been disappointed. If I would have stopped, that would have hurt them. If I would have stopped, that would have made every sacrifice that they made for us, it would have put it all in vain. Most parents do everything that they can to put their children in a better position. Most parents. Alti, welcome in, honey. Alti says she just doing Instagram. Welcome in, honey. I'm telling the truth. Most parents, if you're in here and you're a parent, tell me. If it's not true, say it's not true. But if it's true, let me know it's true. Thank you, Curve Appeal. Most parents are doing everything they can so their children can live a better life than they lived. I know parents that sometimes go without even buying underwear for themselves so their kids can, play football or be a cheerleader or take music lessons or get a tutor. I know parents that literally, you know what I mean? They will stay single until their kids get in college instead of trying to, reconnect and find a spouse. I hit the wall with cats. Thank you so much, my love. I know parents that figure out, right, how. I know parents that literally, they're like, it would be mean more than anything to me, right, if I could spend money on this trip, or if I could spend money on this contraption or this gadget, but I'm not gonna do it because little Janie, you know what I mean? I gotta pay her private school. I gotta pay her Spanish teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know any parents, like parents that are parenting, they are doing the most for their children. They are doing the most for their kids. You said, this is true. I had to swallow my tongue in pride for my son, which was moving back home and being single to build my company for my son. Facts. Girl, you better tell it. I kept everybody out of my house. I'm just saying, a lot of parents that are parenting, they have put their needs, their desires to the back burner so their kids can have a much better life and a much better future. So I'm saying this, you know what I mean, not to be mean. I'm saying this not because I'm like, oh, I'm so hard. No, I am telling you, look at it from your parents' perspective. If you are a person and you have lost a parent, I want you to think about everything that your parents have done for you. Your parents want you to have a good life. Your parents want you to be happy. They understand that you're going to miss them, but I'm telling you, your parents would much prefer for you to do things to honor them, for you to tap into, the energy and the spirit of you can do it. You can write. Your most parents, okay, unless they're psychopaths or something, they want their children to outperform them. And I have parents, they just told us flat out. Okay, they were straight up. You said we even do it beyond, baby show do it beyond 21 years of age. Cause my mom and daddy, child, okay, even building my businesses, help me with everything, help me with the logistics, help me find a building, help me pay, you know what I mean, for the lease and stuff. When I didn't have money for the staff, came up with that, sent me on trips to conferences, conventions, helped me with my books. On the networking side, taught me everything about managing, built my first, like, do you understand? My parents been out here parenting me for a long time. You say I want my children to be better than me. That's all I'm saying. Most parents want their kids to be better than them. So I know it hurts when your parents and your grandparents and siblings and people close to you pass away. I know that hurts. I know that it hurts. You know what I'm saying? I know thinking about I'm going to be on the planet Earth without them is not fun. You know what I'm saying? But also you got to think about it from your parents' perspective. What do your parents want for you? I don't know any parent that wants their child to be depressed. I don't know any parent that wants their kids to be riddled with anxiety. I don't know any parent that wants their children to be lonely, feeling like they don't have friends, like they don't have a community. I don't know any parent that wants their kids to be like, my life has stopped because my mom or dad or grandma or whoever has passed away. You said, yes, my mom was still making sure I had everything, even while she was in the hospital. Left it all to me to make sure me and my son won't be without. Okay, come on, 1725. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, and I would encourage you, if you have lost someone close to you, especially during the holiday time. I know it gets hard. A lot of y'all don't remember this, but my favorite aunt passed away last year, right before Christmas. And people were like, oh, they were like, oh, and I did everything I said because this is what my Aunt Jan would have wanted. She was my biggest cheerleader. Her and my mama, if I was live at 2 a.m, her and my mama would be up at 2 a.m, tapping the screen, sharing my stuff. They'll watch all of it because they be like, we watched all of it so you could get the views, so you could get the engagement. My mama and my auntie ran my logistics company. They did all of the fulfillment side of the company. They ran all of that. You understand what I'm saying? They be one, hey, well, you look washed out in that. You need to change his hair. You need to do this. You need to do that. So long story long, thank you. I hit the wall with cats. Long story long, what I'm telling you though, is that I didn't stop because I know for a fact that's not what they would have wanted. Thank you. Yeah, like, because people thought, you remember we were getting ready to do the big giveaways and all of that stuff. I just pushed them back a few days. We were supposed to have started that Friday. I was like, oh, we're going to do next Friday because her funeral is this week, blah, 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 blah. I was like, y'all give me a little second, but we'll get it figured out. Right. And on top of that, y'all know my mom is going through battling cancer right now. And I've been her primary caregiver. My mom has been on chemo for over a year and a half. It's definitely challenging. It's definitely tough. But guess what? I keep going. I haven't let it stop me. Have I had to readjust and change some stuff? Absolutely. I 100% have had to adjust and change some stuff. However, like, do you think my mama would want everything that she's seen her baby work for almost 20 years to build, that she would want to let me see it? She want to see it fall down? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And me being depressed, me being in the bed curled up with a cover over my head is not going to stop anything that's happening. And so a lot of people, when we talk about a mindset shift, a lot of times it's the way that you look at things and being able to find an uncomfortable situation, a painful situation, a heartbreaking or a heart-wrenching situation, and you figure out how to transmute the energy of that and use it to propel you. But a lot of it has to do with mindset. So when you think about anyone in your family who's an elder or an ancestor and they gave up and they sacrificed for you, what did they sacrifice for? What was their ultimate reasoning for sacrificing for you? And when you think about it like that, you're not going to be able to stay down because now you know that you're doing a disservice to them. You said I really needed this live because I'm trying to stay on the positive flow. I'm happy that this live is happening, is helping you. But let me tell you this. Let me tell everybody this. You don't have to be fake positive either. Let me be clear. I'm not saying don't feel your emotions. What I'm saying is you feel your emotions and you keep going anyway. You see what I'm saying? If you wake up one day and you're like, I feel sad, I feel down, you know what I mean? Because this has happened, right? Because I'm grieving, and you could be grieving the loss of a lot of things. You could be grieving the loss of a dream. You could be grieving the loss of a parent or a child. You could be grieving the loss of a spouse. You could be grieving a loss of a relationship. That's a real thing too. We're not gonna act like divorces and people cheating or people leaving people and stuff don't put people, thank you, Mika, in a terrible headspace. We're not gonna act like that doesn't change your life, you know what I mean, and get you down. It is fair to be down. Let me be clear. But what I'm saying is you cry and you keep going. That's what I'm saying. You feel what you feel. You be honest with it, especially if you have a trusted family member or a trusted friend that you can talk to that's not going to judge you. I have a friend. Her mother passed away earlier this year. A lot of y'all know we were competing in Live Fest. That's the only reason I'm sure we didn't get number one. Her mom passed away like that night. Every day, just about every day, I message her. How you feeling? How you doing today? Some days she good, sometimes she not. I'm not judging her either way. Can I do anything to help you? Do you need anything? Right? Because it's gonna be a process. But even watching her go through that process, she's still like, one of the things like she wanted to do is take control of her health because her mom had talked to her about that. And this is something that she's doing. She still works. She started back up like with her business, like in her baking and stuff. Even with what she goes through, she still tries to check in on other people, make sure other people are okay, even though it's hurting for her, right? She still tries to go out and socialize and right create some of the things for herself that she wants because ultimately she knows that's what her mom wanted for her. And does she have days when she's sad? Absolutely. Absolutely. DM me Incredible Shoe Boutique. We'll figure something out for you. That does she? Absolutely. Does she have a hard time? You know what I'm saying? Is she still dealing with her grief? Absolutely, she is. But at the end of the day, she has not let it stop her. And so, a lot of y'all, what I am saying, when it comes to your business, your goals, your dreams, whether you're trying to build a business, whether you're trying to be a content creator, whether you want to be the side hustle mama of the century, whatever it is that you want to do, you're letting these cares of life, because these are things that every human experience too. And I think sometimes other human beings forget that. You know what I'm saying? But these are things like there are some commonalities, there are some hurts, there are some pains that every human on this planet Earth is going to feel. Once you've made it to a certain age, it's not unique to you. And I know people don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? It is the truth. Everybody is going to experience losing somebody. Even in the Bible, if you read it, it tells you should actually be more focused on death than life because every human got to die. Even in the Bible, it tells you it tells you you should be more focused on death than life. It tells you that people should celebrate whenever people die, because if there was a person and they've gone to be with God, that's a win. But see, don't nobody like to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody likes to hear that. Instead, don't nobody want to hear me giving a pep talk talking about this what you need to do, and you need to think about what your mama and your daddy and your grandma and big mama and them sacrifice for you. And like, don't nobody want to hear that. Instead, most people want to hear me say, well, this is a safe space, and you just take as long as you need, and blah 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 blah. And now, baby, it gets to a point, it's too long. It gets to a point. Even God will say, how long you gonna stay down? Hey, Ronnie, thank you so much for my sparkle cake. It gets to what are we doing with it, right? There's a way that we can take hurtful things and transmute them into something that's going to be helpful. So that's what I'm saying. And you got to feel what you got to feel. You got to get it out. You ain't gonna sit on it, because that's gonna kill you. Okay, get it out. If you need to scream, you need to cry, you need to roll around on the floor and kick your legs. If you need to do like back in the day in the Bible, what they say, they put on sackcloths and threw ashes on their head. If you need to go throw some ashes on your head and your face, if you need to go sit out in the woods, okay, for a week, and that's what you need to do, okay, whatever it is, you get that out, right? But you also still, okay, I don't have the capacity to work 8 hours today right now, but you know what? I'm gonna work 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Let me take a week off, and then let me come back in slowly, two or three. You know what I'm saying? Hours at a time. It's 2 years and it's killing me. Enough is enough. Exactly. Enough is enough. You got to get to the point where you got to figure out how to carry on. And that's real. That's a real thing. And I see a lot of people let the death of physical death of people, death of relationships, death of dreams, death of situations stop them. And it's 16, 17 years later, I was on the right track, and then this happened. And I'm just sitting there like, well, why you didn't get back on track? Why you didn't get back on track? Like, when I say I get it, people that have been following me for a long time, they know my whole story. They know my whole, they know, baby, I'd have been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? I know I look cute and stuff and all moisturized or whatever, but they know. Okay, I know I show up with a smile on my face, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a focused girl, but they know I have been up against some wild stuff. They know I've been up against some wild stuff. Like, shoot, some of y'all know was it a few years ago, I almost died. And everybody was laughing because they see me posting pictures, like when I got myself stable, posting pictures in the hospital. Sure did. Had them bring my laptop right to the hospital. I'm not saying that's what everybody else need to do, but I have the thought pattern. I have the mindset. Like, I'm going to tell y'all honestly what I was thinking. I'm in the hospital. I'm bored. Can't do anything. They're not going to let me go home. I'm going to be out of the hospital eventually. So business needs to continue on while I'm in the hospital. Me sitting here doing nothing is not going to help me in any kind of way. And I know some of y'all like, that's extreme. But you said you happy baby, I'm happy I pulled through too, okay? Because I ain't gonna lie, I had the thought before I passed out, when I realized that my body was shutting down and I was dying, and I was praying to God. I was like, God, is this really the way I'm gonna die? Like, that's the last thought I remember having in my head. Like, God, is this really the way I'm gonna die? Because I realized, y'all, this is how I realized that I was dying. Before I passed out and all of that stuff, it was that Yellow Jackets thing, because I kept telling my sister and my mama, I was like, oh my God, I was like, I gotta pee. And my mom was like, just pee. I was like, no, because Tracy was rushing me to the hospital, and my mama was on the speakerphone because we had called her to tell her what was going on. And I was explaining, that I was like losing different stuff. And I could tell, I was like, y'all, I was like, I can't hear y'all no more. But I was like, I gotta pee. And before my hearing went all the way out, she was like, just pee. And I was like, I don't want to pee. But that's when I realized that I was dying, because y'all know when people die, they release like everything when they die, because my organs and stuff were shutting down. Everything was shutting down on me or whatever. And the doctors said, they was like, if my sister wouldn't have driven me to the hospital, I would have died. Because the realtor was like, oh, we called the ambulance, wait on the ambulance. And thank God that my sister like listened to her instincts and listened to her discernment and got on. She turned her flashes on, and she is not even a fast driver. She had to be driving like 100 miles an hour to get me to the hospital. Ran into the emergency room, like went and got them, and the ER nurses said that basically they came out and they said, I said, I can't see. I don't remember telling them I can't see, but I said, I can't see, and just passed that on the ground and immediately went into a seizure or whatever, right? So long story, because I have anaphylaxis, and we never knew that I had anaphylaxis until right then. So anyway, long story long, sitting in the hospital, a yellow jacket, not a bee, it was a yellow jacket. Don't blame the bee. It was a yellow jacket. Yellow jackets and bees are different. But anyway, long story, I can't get stung by nothing now. But anyway, long story long, when I was in the hospital, I was like, okay, me sitting here laying in the hospital doing nothing. And this is not immediate, it took me a day or two to get myself together. But I was like, me sitting in here in the hospital, crying ain't gonna do nothing. It's not gonna help anything. It's not gonna change anything. It's not gonna shift anything. There's nothing that's going to change in my life by me sitting here crying, by me here and saying, "Oh my God, poor me," blah 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 blah. Because y'all know, like quickly after that, we learned that I had to have a surgery on my ovaries. It was like it was very much a whirlwind. Okay, it was a whole thing. And anyway, long story long, though. I couldn't work at my regular capacity the way I can work right now. But if it was 3 or 4 hours a day, I got on there. I wrote my little emails. I made my little posts. I went through my contracts. I tried to study and learn what I could. If I needed to take a conference call, I just took it with the camera off because I didn't want to be on camera because I was covered from head to toe in like hives and I was all swollen and green looking. It was gross. It was really, really nasty. But I still did what I could, right? Then I had my little surgery. I took out for like 2 or 3 days after the surgery. Then I had them roll a little table in there. Daddy, you know those little hospital tables? My daddy bought a hospital table for me so it could on my bed, and I could sit in the bed with my little laptop. I could sit in there with my little iPad chargers and stuff and talk to y'all. That's what I did, right? I still could plot my clients' events. I changed my site visits over to virtual site visits, and people on my team went and they would show me what was there, and we would do the walkthrough. I found a way, because at the end of the day, me sitting around and saying, oh, woe is me, and this happened to me, and it changed my life, and now I'm down bad. No, I'm a survivor. I overcame. God said, I got you. Even when you can't hear or see, I got you. Even when you don't know what's going on, I got you. Show was on a scooter penthouse. And we're having another Accelerate 180 event, January 11th, 111. Put it on your calendar, right? Show was at my whole conference in a scooter. I sure was. Because I had a surgery, like I had my surgery like 2 weeks before that or something like that. I sure was. I couldn't walk because the doctors were like, no, you can't walk. That's too much walking for you. So I had a little scooter. I drove my little scooter everywhere. Sure did. And then my cousin, when I had to get up, and I didn't want to ride the scooter to the stage because I didn't want that in the permanent videos and stuff like that. So my cousin would just walk me up to the stage. He would just escort me up there because I needed to be able to lean on him. So like happy early birthday. But I'm just saying, I have been through my shares of heartbreaks and heartaches. I've been through my shares of betrayals. I've been through my shares of sickness. So some of you don't know too. Y'all know I've had like 5 surgeries on my spine. I'm a whole miracle. I'm not even supposed to be walking right now, but I get up every day and I walk, okay? I've had my shares of letdowns. I've had, oh, Pen, that is beautiful. Thank you for my window. I've had my shares of fake friends. I've had my shares of people talking about me, spreading rumors on me and lies. I've had all of the stuff that y'all go through. I've had my shares of financial insecurity and unrest. Child, y'all know, me and the IRS was out here in a whole wrestling match. Child, that was some stressful too, okay? I have had my accounts frozen. I have had people steal from me. I've had people play me and clown me. I have had The same stuff that y'all be out here going through. The same thing. The only difference between me and you is I found a way to keep going. And what I'm telling you is you got to find a way to keep going. So when we think about like mindset, okay, it's way more than affirmations. It is literally the way you're choosing. It's when you look at things and you cultivate the perception of it in the way you choose to frame it. That's it. Okay, come on, Black Biz Promotion, deliver me from them all. That's what it is. That's what it is. And you gonna have to let go of some of your ego. Okay, a lot of y'all need to let go of that ego and stop thinking I have it all, I can do it all, I don't need no help, I ain't gotta ask no questions. Let that go. Okay, that's number one. Let go of the ego. Number two, you need to change your story from this is what changed me, hurt me, or oppressed me to this is what I overcame. When you're telling a story to your friends and family, when you're telling your story to your children one day, what is that pen? Oh my God, that was gorgeous. Thank you so much. Thank you for my star map. That was so pretty. Right? But when you're telling the story, I overcame. That tried to take me out, but I took it out. That tried to take me under, baby, but I showed it who was boss. This and this and this came at me, and I was shaking and baking and bobbing and weaving on it. You understand what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have to figure out how to take this came to break me, and I bent, but I didn't break. It knocked me down, but I got up. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna have to figure out, do you want the spoils or not? Because it says to the victor goes the spoils, not to the victim. And that's a personal decision. You have to figure out where you want to be at. But for me, I want to be the victor. Okay. I overcame. I'm in my power. Okay. I like exactly. I'd rather be the victim, right? Okay. I'd rather be the victor. What Rihanna say, I'd rather be the stalker. I'm just keeping it a buck. And a lot of people are in the mindset of, oh, this hurt me so bad, and oh, this was unexpected, and oh, this did that to me, and da 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 da, and now I'm messed up. Nah, dog, take that to somebody else. I'ma cry and I'ma keep going. I'ma see what the end's gonna be. Even on the days I don't feel like it. Right? If you got issues with your self-worth, then we're gonna work on getting it together. How do you overcome the period of isolation and you're basically alone? Um, Alone is a choice. Alone is a choice, and people don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. Because this is the thing: a lot of times there will be people that will be reaching out to you, but because they're not like, I guess, the package or the people that you see fit, you'll turn them down, right? So like if you are and one is a difference between being alone and lonely, because you can be surrounded by people and still be lonely. Okay, you can still be emotionally or spiritually isolated even though you're in company of other people, right? So that's number one. You got to figure that out. Are you lonely or are you alone? Okay, because I like being alone. Okay, and when I don't want to be alone, I just call or text somebody. Right. So it's in managing relationships. It's in being the friend or the person, the type of friend or person that you want to have in your life. It's finding people that have a common interest, right? So being a part of different like mentorship groups, philanthropic groups, social groups. Why do you think so many people join sororities and fraternities? Because it's like basically like boom, you got an instant group of friends. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see people that are clubs for like entrepreneurs or clubs for women, or like we have junior leagues here. I don't know if y'all have them up there in Canada or not, but we have junior leagues here. They have you know what I'm saying, they have like Jack and Jill. They have different social organizations. Hey, Kumba Couture, you gotta figure out, right, like, okay, what do I want the people in my life to be like? So for me, when I would go to different like conferences and conventions and stuff, I would meet other women and we had similar interests, because here at home inside of Arkansas, there were Now that I'm older, there are more women interested in like business and stuff like that. But when I was younger, there weren't really, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that. So all of my friendships and stuff that I built, literally majority of those women live in other states. And we get together and we travel and we do this and do that. And they fly to my house and I fly to their homes and stuff like that. And we try and be kept in together. But it was like a conscious decision, and I had to pray to God and ask God. I was like, I want the type of friends that will love on me the way I love on my friends. And that is how it works. That like that's very, very simple. You show yourself friendly, and God will send you the friends. But I had to think about, like, what are the things that I like to do? Let me get into those organizations, let me get into those groups, let me go to those events, and I can meet someone. Even inside of like the online memberships and stuff, a lot of us have met people, we've met each other in person, and we love each other down real bad. Even I've made some really amazing friends through this. It doesn't exist anymore, but there's this app called Periscope, and a lot of really, really dope women that I met on Periscope virtually, we found ways to go meet each other in person. And we were like, oh my God, I love you. And they were like, I love you back. Right. And then we all were hanging out and kicking it together. And we built really, really beautiful relationships. And I'm not talking about superficial relationships. I'm talking about we're really, really there for each other. When, through love, through divorce, through weddings, through deaths, through kids being sick, through trying to figure out what's happening in business, all of those sorts of types of things. So it's literally being very intentional about what type of person am I and what other type of women do I want to be around. Let me put myself in those spaces, because you would be surprised. There's lots of women that are looking to make friends. Lots of men that are looking to make friends too, actually. How do I get into an organization to mentor young girls who have been abused? There are a lot of organizations that already do that. They normally have an application for mentorship. So you just find 2 or 3 of the organizations that you like their missions and you like how they like to service that community of girls. Then you have to fill out the application. And they're probably going to take you through an interview process, because you're dealing with girls that have been abused. So they're probably going to require background checks. They're going to be extremely thorough. And then once they accept you in to make sure that you're going to be a help and not a harm to them, then they'll bring you in and take you through their process and their training. You miss Periscope? That's one of the reasons I like TikTok. TikTok is like Periscope, but on steroids. TikTok is everything that Periscope should have been, that we wanted Periscope to be. But TikTok is very, very similar to Periscope. When I first got on TikTok, I was like, oh my God, I was like, this is like Periscope, but better. Especially like the way it's very communal. Yeah. You said, ooh, I didn't know you're on. Sorry for coming late. Oh, Becky, you fine. I showed up late. I was supposed to be on at 1:30, and I was in the DMs answering people questions about like what product they needed to buy, and lost track of time and looked up, and it was like 12:53. But I'm about to hop off because I need to rest my vocal cords before class tonight. What social media platform do you like best for marketing business? All of them. All of them. All of them. Because you got to think about it. Like on Facebook, they got over 3 billion monthly active users, right? WeChat has like 1.34 billion monthly active users. WhatsApp has 2.78 or 2.58 or something billion monthly active users. YouTube has over 2 billion monthly active users. Snapchat got like 530 million active users, right? So if I have 0.000000001% of any of those people, I'm doing very well in business. You see what I'm saying? So realistically, I tell people it's more about choosing a social media platform that you like, a social media platform that you enjoy. That's really the first thing. And then after you choose the social media platform that you enjoy, we look at social media platforms that we feel like our ideal audience is on, and that's the platform you choose, the one that fits best to what you enjoy in your personality, right? Because for instance, LinkedIn, I use LinkedIn more for like speaking engagements and stuff. But other than that, you're really not going to see me on LinkedIn because you have to be very corporate. You have to be very professional on there. And I don't want to be. I ran away from the corporate world so I can do my own thing because I like being like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to be buttoned up. I don't want to have to put on my pantyhose and my closed toe shoes every day. I don't want to have to get on and speak to people in a soft tone and say, hello, you guys. Today we're going to be talking about today we're going to be studying theoretical marketing and how we're going to branch out into new audiences. Let's focus on our return paths from from quarter three and quarter leading into quarter four. Now you're going to notice an upward trend. I won't do that. I'm gonna do that. I did that. Okay, I did it. I'm over it. Done it. Done it all. Done it all. I won't do it no more. Okay. So anyway, but on LinkedIn, that's what they want, but I can have way more personality here. So I prefer to use the other social media platforms, but no such thing as a best one. It's literally just what's best for you. That's literally what it is. It's literally what's best for you. Anyway, hopefully you guys feel like Instacoin Academy is what's best for you. Okay. And you'll click the link in the bio, you'll tap the first button, you'll use the code 60 off. If you have questions about the manifestation kit or ready start sale kit, if you can't get into Instacoin, get ready start sale kit. At least it will get you going. But the reality of the situation is most of y'all need to be in a program where there's going to be accountability. Most of y'all need to be in a program where there's structure. Most of y'all need to be in a program so that there's somebody to tell you what you need to be doing every day. Most of y'all need to be in a program where there's somebody that you can ask questions to. Most of y'all need to be in a program where you can get the actual skill set that you need. Most of y'all need to be in a program where you can get the system that you're looking for. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to get off of here because anybody got tickets to the, 3-day event. Y'all know we got training at 4:00. So yeah, I need to and I got sound check at 3:30 with our mics and systems and stuff. So I need to give my voice a little break before I get into class. Okay. You say you would love to secure a 30 to 60-minute strategy session. Hey, Queen Inspire. So click the link in my bio. I think it's like the third or fourth button. It'll say 1-to-1 or work with me 1-to-1, and you can book a power session or a social media audit. And if you're looking for a full-on marketing model, then you're going to book a laser session. And you can send me a DM too if you can't remember what you're supposed to do. But click the link in my bio. It'll say like work with me 1-to-1, and you just click the button and it'll take you over there and you book. Okay. Talk to you guys later. Everybody have a fantastic day. Anyone in your program in direct sales? Yep, I got a lot of people in my program in direct sales. Fun fact about me, I used to sell products